Now that we've got our timeline, and we haven't actually published it yet, but what we can do, you can either go through the start tour, which would be a good idea just to give you a feel of what's going on. The first thing I'm going to do is going to set up my son's privacy settings. So just the same as the old Facebook wall, this button here and the home button both take you to the home page. So click on home, you'll actually go to the home page. You'll be on the news feed, and you click on that button, you'll be on the news feed as well. And if you click on your name, you actually go to the new timeline. The first thing I want to do for him is set up his privacy settings. So I want very tight privacy settings for him, so that's what I'll do now. So the privacy settings, click on custom. I'll just take only me for now, and then I'll go through and do the individual settings. So save changes. So the first thing is to go into that one. Who can look up your timeline by name? So who do I want my son's timeline to be visible to in the search function of Facebook? So I'm actually going to turn it down to friends. So that means people that he's already authorized to be friends. The next one is who can look up email address or phone number. Well, I only want him to be looked up by friends, so I'm just clicking friends. Who can send you friend requests? Well, I'd rather it just be friends of friends. In fact, nobody, but the tightest I can go is friends and friends of friends there. Who can send you Facebook messages? And I'm going to take that down to friends only. So they're the people, friends are people that he's already authorized to have access to his information on Facebook. So click done. The next one is the timeline and tagging. So who can post on this timeline? And I've got friends. So you can leave that if you really want no one posting on there. You just take no one, so just friends. Who can see what others post on your timeline? Well, I would just say you could put that just down to friends. That stops posts that other people post on your timeline can be seen by those people's friends, even if you're not friends with those people. So we need to bring it down so you can actually take it down to friends, or even only me, or you can customize it as well. There. So I'm just going to take it down to friends. Who can see posts that appear on your timeline because you've been tagged? Now, tagging is just like a hyperlink that links you to a post. You can tag friends and other people in your posts and on other people's walls. So I'm going to turn that right down to friends. So really what I'm doing is saying here to Facebook, don't share anything unless I've already given the okay to friends. So friends of friends or other people outside the network won't be able to see anything on his page. So review posts friends tag you in before they appear on your timeline. So you might want to turn that on or off, but what that means is that if somebody posts on your wall or tags you, you need to approve it. So I'm just going to disable that, but you can enable it if you want that level of security. View tags friends add to your own posts on Facebook. So if somebody comments or replies on a post and tags their friends on there, do I want to review that before it displays on my page? And I've got that setting as on, so it's enabled. The next one, who sees tag suggestions when photos that look like you are uploaded? So that's saying it's not available anyway, so I can't actually edit that. Allow friends to check you in with mobile places. Well, I'm going to turn that off because I don't want people checking my son in using a mobile. So when you're happy with that, just click done. The next one is apps and websites. So apps you use. Currently we don't have any apps, but you can actually turn them on. If you have apps, then you can use the settings on this page to control the privacy settings. How people bring your info to apps they use. People who can see your info can bring it with them when they use apps. Use this setting to control the categories of information people can bring with them. So I'm going to untick that because I don't want friends' apps accessing any information whatsoever. So I've unticked all those and click changes. Okay. The next one down is instant personalization. Lets you see relevant information about your friends the moment you arrive or select partner websites. So click on edit there. There's a video there if you want to learn more about it. And just click on close. I'm actually going to unenable or disable that option. And then go back to apps and the public search. I don't want any of his information showing in public search, so click on edit settings. And in fact it's actually taken it off because he's under 18. That's a very good option there. Okay, the next place we want to go into is the account settings, and here's some options we can edit. We can edit his name there. We can set up a username, so that's the name that will sit on the end of Facebook up in the URL. So I'm actually going to take Jason Ray Terry for him. And it's going to ask me for the password, so and click on Save Changes. So now his URL will be facebook.com Jason Ray Terry. Email, just click on that. Now it's got an option here, allow friends to include my email address in download. I don't want to tick that, so they won't have access to download his email address. There's a spot here you can add additional email addresses, and you can activate Facebook email as well if you want to, but that's another optional extra. This is where you change your email, your Facebook password, and it's a good idea to do that regularly as well. And there's no networks that Jason's connected to, that's fine. Linked accounts, there's no linked accounts. So that Google or any of those, no. The language is actually English Australian, but they don't have it there. And there's a little option there to download a copy of your Facebook data, which for him is probably not an option, but if you were using it to upload, if you were uploading pictures and videos to Facebook, you might want to keep a backup copy of it. Click on security. Now at the moment secure browsing is disabled. I'm going to enable that. Secure browsing just means it's a secure encrypted site, so this Facebook profile won't be able to read websites or Facebook pages that aren't encrypted, so that's a good security feature there. Next thing is login notifications. So if you wanted to get a notification every time someone logs in, so you want to just keep an eye on who's, or you know, how many times someone is logging in, you can actually click on there. So what will happen is each time somebody logs into this account, an email will be sent to the email that's in the general tab there. And you can also set up text as well. I'm not going to tick that. Login approval, you can actually set up security code so you can control who logs in using this profile. App password, generate an app's password. That's to control the apps that are installed, so that you need to insert a password each time an app is installed. So you can actually learn more there. Recognize devices, you can actually set up some recognized devices, and at the moment there's none. And active sessions, you can actually see where in the world somebody's logged in with that profile. But it's not always right, because it's saying Brisbane and we're in Townsville, and Townsville's a long way from Brisbane, but I presume that's where our ISP's headquarters are. And this is the button to deactivate your account. When, if you've had enough and you want to deactivate your Facebook account, you click on there. It'll give you the option to verify the deactivation as well, so you don't have to worry about accidentally hitting that. Next one down is notifications. Do you want emails every time something happens on your Facebook profile? So every time somebody posts a comment or reply or a note on your wall, you'll get an email. So we actually probably want to turn all these off, and I don't think there's a option to turn all of them off at the same time, because I don't really want any emails coming through. Each time one of these events happen. But it's up to you. You might want to leave them on. You can always leave them on, and then after a while come turn those off if you're finding that you're getting too many emails. So I'll just pause while I do the rest of them. Okay, so I've unticked all those, so now I won't get any emails at all. The next tab down is apps, and again we went through the privacy settings and got to there, and there's no apps. So what would normally happen is you'll have the app name, and then it'll have a button there where you can edit the access ability and what information that app is accessing on your account. Next one down is mobile, and it looks like we may not have activated the mobile phone, which is fine, so we'll just leave that there. The next one down is payments, and we won't need to worry about anything there. And Facebook ads. So this controls what kind of ads display on Facebook. So I'm actually going to click on no one and click save. And then on this one as well. Okay, so I think the next thing we need to do is update information. This is where you control who sees the information that's on the timeline. So generally it's this information here that you can see about in the about page there. So to do that, if you can add information, but you can also control who sees it. So it's actually on public at the moment, so I'm going to click only me, and it's not as if we've got anything in there anyway. And then where he's living, it's in Townsville, so I'm just going to put that as friends, so the friends can see and not open to the public. Family, I'm just going to edit relationships so that only friends can see. So friends are pretty much people that he authorizes to be his friend that can see that information. So save. About you, so you can actually control who sees that. We're going to put that to friends. Basic information, we don't want all this information. Don't show my birthday on the timeline, that's good. We don't want anyone to see that information. So we don't want anyone to see that information. Languages, oops, alright, on friends. Religion, again, it's custom, but I'm just going to put only me. Political views, only me. Click save. Contact information, so who can see his email address? I'm just going to put it only me. I don't want his friends to see them. And again here, I don't want his friends to see his mobile phone number, so it's set on only me, which is really only him because I'm setting it up for him, obviously. Again, this information, even though it's not complete, just put the only me on it just in case it does get completed. Same here, only me. Address, I'm going to put that as only me. Website, only me as well. And there's no networks anyway, I don't think. It's all in there. Whoops, I don't know if I saved all that. No, I didn't. So there's the catch. If you don't click save, the changes that you make won't be saved. So you've got to go through and change them all again. And it's always a good idea to come back and check your privacy settings every now and again, because sometimes when Facebook puts out an update or a change, it may affect your privacy settings. And let's face it, Facebook is free, and it's not their responsibility to control the privacy of the information that you post on there. They're giving you the tools. It's up to you then to control what you do with it. So click on save, and favorite quotes, I'm just going to turn that off as well, so only me. Okay, so that's the about. If you click up here where it says about, you can also go in and through all these and edit who has access to them. So friends, for instance, if you click on edit, it's actually open to the public, so the public can see who your friends are. So I would actually just bring that back down to friends, so now only friends can see who you're friends with. The next one down is photos. Now you can control privacy on albums. You can actually turn your profile photos down to be visible by only friends. So profile photos are pictures that have been uploaded to your Facebook profile, and photos of you have been uploaded by other people, so you can't really control the visibility there, but you can actually take it off your wall if you wanted. Okay, and the next one down is maps. Shows where you've been. You can go through all this information. Let's see, what about the likes? So we can actually edit who sees what. So if any of this information's been entered, so it's only available to friends. Again, that one's friends. And you'll notice that icon just means friends there. Alright, friends, other pages you like, friends can see, and you can actually turn that off to only you as well. If you click on selections, it'll bring up other pages there. Click on subscriptions. You can actually subscribe to people without being their friend, and this is where that would be. And you can write notes as well, and that's where that would be. What you can do is you can view the page, so you can double check to see what other people are seeing. So if you click the drop down and click view as, so if you leave the box empty, this is what the general public are going to see. Really, the only thing is, well, it's going to say, born and join Facebook, and we can actually get rid of those as well. But if you wanted to see what friends see, so if I start typing in my name and I'm a friend, so I can see now some of his information there. Check, so you can see mutual friends, can see photos. So this is what a friend can see. A friend can see who Jason's liked, a map of where he's been, some photos, his other friends, where he's living now, and they can also send him a direct message there. Okay, so there's some posts there, and they're actually from me, so they're coming up on his wall. And the reason I'm actually seeing it is because I'm viewing his page as if I was looking at his page. So obviously I would see my posts because my posts are actually controlled by my privacy settings, not his privacy settings. Now we'll go back to the timeline and I'll show you how to control individual posts. So let's see what he's posted. So there's a post there. So Jason shared it, and I can edit or remove. I can reposition it on the timeline. I can hide it from the timeline, which means nobody will see it. So it's actually the only person that will see it is Jason. You can delete the post altogether, so hiding it will just hide it, but deleting will remove it altogether. And you can make it favorite by clicking on the star. So for instance, this person, his friend, has actually posted on his wall test, which is actually what a test, and he can click on that and delete the post or hide it. Deleting the post will only delete it from his wall or his timeline, won't actually delete it off her timeline because it's her post, but it will stop it from showing up on his timeline. So we can just click delete post. Okay, for instance, this one, join Facebook. I don't want everyone to see that on his timeline. I can just click that hide from timeline, so no one will see it now. Okay, another place that you can control what is visible on the wall or the timeline is this. Click on this activity log. And what the activity log is exactly what it is. It's actually a log of all the activity, either by Jason or by any of his friends on his wall. So if you scroll through, you'll see he's liked this. So if he wants, he's liked this page, so you can click on that and you can either allow or hide it from the timeline, or you can unlike that page altogether. Same here, he can hide it from the timeline so no one can see it, or unlike it from there as well. And you can go through each one of those, and you'll notice there's little icons here, so you can see that that is only visible to friends anyway, and generally if it's and that's friends of friends, so I might even change that to friends. So now only friends will be able to see it and not friends of friends. Another way to control who sees what is by using the filter here on a recent activity. So if you go to things like likes, you can click on likes and that will list all the likes, and then again with information you can actually control what is visible. So for instance, Jason listed Tracy as his mother, so that's allowed on the timeline, but again everything on the timeline at the moment is only visible to friends anyway. I hope that's helped, and if you have any questions please post comments with this video.